Many people dream of achieving success in any field, be it sports, business, media. However, videos about how to become successful, how to earn the first million, or the mistakes of poor people are already a cloud. And people are fed up with all sorts of motivations and advice from successful people. So if they're right, what's stopping you from succeeding? In order to answer this question and understand what skills are extremely important to us, I present the guru of success, Hinata Shoyo. And this is not a joke. He is not a businessman, not an entrepreneur. He is a first-year student of Karasan High School who likes it. Volleyball. Yes, it may sound crazy, but Hinata has all the prerequisites to become one of the best volleyball players, thereby becoming successful. To begin with, a little information about Hinata. He is relatively small in stature, technique and strength leaves much to be desired, but all he relies on is high growth. Just kidding, high jump, endurance and incredible reaction. But there are much more experienced players in volleyball who outshine him with their own technique, game IQ, and even physical strength. Not to mention the advantage in growth. Then what can Hinata do? In high school, he didn't have a team, he had to ask friends to play with him. And for the first competition, he gathered friends from different circles to at least take part. However, in high school, he not only got into a full-fledged team, but also found the best partner, Kageyama, in a duet with whom they created an unusual fast attack, and warm relations and supportive teammates make Hinata believe in himself and in his strength. Therefore, the first advice: find like-minded people. Surround yourself with what fuels your motivation, desires, and ambitions, so the environment can either push you or pull you back. This is extremely important. Personality formation is the process of personality formation as a result of the objective influence of heredity, environment, purposeful upbringing, and personal activity of the individual. When Hinata got into the environment necessary for growth, he began to engage in his own development. It didn't start right away. Hinata didn't want to take the balls and work tiresomely on his technique. All he wanted to do was make attacks in the manner he was used to. However, other players insisted on working out their technique. Although Hinata tried desperately to improve his skills, he got a real boost when watching more experienced players. Observing and analyzing their movements, he tried to copy and apply them. This position is imitative but extremely effective. Therefore, the second advice: don't be afraid to imitate, observe, learn, analyze, copy. If you can hire a coach in sports, and a mentor, or an experienced entrepreneur in business, then you do not need to hire a coach. When every person you admire or look up to becomes a teacher for you, without knowing it, because by observing and analyzing their movements, actions, thinking, you can understand what qualities you need to adopt. This skill can be acquired. Don't forget about it. The third important piece of advice is a clearly set goal. I am more than sure that you have heard more than once that you need to set a clear goal, not vague, like, for example, to become rich. Moreover, this idea was given to you incorrectly. The very idea that the goal should not be money or becoming rich is true. Then you need to set a higher moral or status goal. For example, Hinata wants to become a better player, like a small giant who fought on equal terms with higher opponents. Hinata doesn't want to become a volleyball player and a homeless person. No, we all understand that top players can earn a lot of money. If Hinata went to volleyball to earn a lot, then his goal would be blurred and limited. As a result, the probability of success would be small. However, his fanaticism and great love for volleyball moves him forward to the top of his goal, and the money will come as he grows. Conclusion: form a clear goal. If it turns out to copy someone, then it is extremely difficult to abandon your ideas. It's hard to believe that what you've been doing for a long time may be wrong or useless. Hinata Shoyo realized that he had spent all 3 years in high school ineffectively. There were reasons for that. However, it was difficult for him to accept the idea itself, so he began to learn to change, adjust to a new rhythm, and not be afraid to try something new. This attitude to the game made Hinata unpredictable. A man who is not afraid to make mistakes. And those who are afraid of mistakes will not know what to work on. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. The most important and necessary criterion, without which other qualities lose their color, is consistency. You don't have to get up at 4 in the morning every day, run and torture your body. Hinata trains almost every day, but it's worth remembering Tsukishima's valuable words. Rest is also a part of training. Motivation fuels us for a limited time, so this fuel is not reliable. And constant work on yourself, on your goal, can not only improve you, but also harm you. Emotional burnout will visit you very often. This may cause disgust to your case. Therefore, it is extremely important to observe the measure. Work, rest, work, rest. And this is the 5th tip. Develop discipline. That's it. I hope you liked my video and subscribe to the Sayonara channel.